Okay, Coach. Well, after the season ends, the Chargers most likely moving about 12 miles north of here. But for now, we've got football at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and our home team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Kill.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
230. 52 right here. 52. Defense wins championship, baby.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a long. Second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check 26.
Now it's Conner. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Conner. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
50.
Now Conner. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Hey, let's go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Keep it up, defense. Hey, alert. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger looking deep here for Ebron. This is caught, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Let's go.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. 2nd down and goal. Roethlisberger to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike General, flash, get him, ready.
On 1st down, Herbert. He's got Allen. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 29, Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And a terrific run the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A carry now for Lynch. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Ryan Shazier. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Eckler. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence.
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Connor, and forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I got you. Switch. 44. Hey, Delta.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. Bearing one deep for Curse. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to throw. Herbert. He completes it to Henry. Throwing on 1st down. Herbert, he's got his man. It's Curse. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. looking to throw. Herbert. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jerry Tillery brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Counter. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's King. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. On first down, Herbert. And this is caught by Curse. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw. Herbert. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, Herbert, complete. It's Henry. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Badgley able to punch this one through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. There he goes left side. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Check out. Switch. Check. 24. Let's basic. 5. Slack and turn.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Roethlisberger now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep.
Here we go.
So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
80 weapon. Nice 7, let's go. Check right. Watching you 5. Here we go. Run.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Squeeze, double, slam. SOS. Check 15.
They'll run on first down. Connor, they'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
58, Charlie. 58, come on. Check.
Roethlisberger. The quick slant caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now Roethlisberger rolling to it, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going.
Lonnie, 15, Lonnie. 55, check, 55, Mike. Hatchet. Recon, 132 fighting. Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go, D. 55 is Mike, guys, 55. All day, baby, all day. Ready, go.
Following the fumble recovery, Herbert. And an alley to run. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got room to run past the 20. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
You ready? 230.
On 1st down, it's Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Connor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Bravo! 6 man. Check her.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Dancing to his left. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
She's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
This pass finds its way to Williams, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Herbert flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. 1st down, the run with Lynch. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Chopper! Chopper! Orbit!
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert looking for Allen. He's got him on the slam. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Badgley on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw a football. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Got some room at the 30. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, 85 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft and almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play?
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, A field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now a pass here, caught by Hunter Henry. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Switzer on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Jack 16. Slam. No.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Joey Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Jack 16.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 42. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback. That's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Back at the 25-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run here with Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Makes it 3rd and 17.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
55 is my guy, 55. Let happen.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The drive will start with Connor. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think 2nd and long.
Under 10. Let's go. 10. Hey, watch it, watch it. 80 weapon. Crunch, crunch. 8.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Shit. 2 of them. Showing up. Joker. 44.
The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up. Line is Sear Adderley, the rookie from Delaware.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. It's Eckler again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. 15 Lonnie. Let's see what you got. He's checking. 66. Bullet, ride. Ready, go.
Looking to throw. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Switzer. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, 58 is the mic. 58 is the mic. Hey, two. Look it up. Check. 1 day. Check 37. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Alert, alert. Check. Check. 40 seconds.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. He'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 22, 44. 58 to Mike. 58. 58. Hey. Let's go. Defense. Hey, man up. These two. 58 to Mike. 50. Middle. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Quarter. 58. What's that?
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They started on the ground with Eckler. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Hey, Foxtrot. Back 2 is the Mike. Mike back 2. Alert. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. I'm coming after you.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger.
Watch the twist. Check 20.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen.
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks. Do they have that one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back?
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the home team here, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.